Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII-2, the Zodiac Brave story. I'm Mysterious JG. I'm sure hoping that this is the correct save slot that I'm loading from, because I have done a lot of off-screening since the last time I recorded. I had a couple of bouts of just not feeling like recording, but go ahead and playing and grinding for stuff and trying to get some of the bonus characters, and then show you, like, in review how I got them after the fact, because some of it was going to involve some work. And then I got sick, and I primarily, when I was sick and would have been LPing, grinded off screen in this game. And as a result, without having advanced the plot that far, although I have advanced the plot in order to get to places I could grind, and quite frankly, I've now set myself up with many videos worth of content to record before I can load from our most advanced spot. Yeah, like, when we load, as far as, like, raw stats of Sarah and Noel and how far they've advanced in the Crystarium, which I like refer to as a chrysanthemum, they're well over halfway done grinding to maximum levels. This is a game where if you want to get all the, like, hidden stuff, you are pretty much expected to reach maximum levels for your characters. Anyway, I'm hoping this is the right slot to load from, but I guess we'll find out shortly. And one of the reasons I'm hoping it's the right slot to load from is because this game likes to do little, well, you'll see in a second, Final Fantasy XIII-2, the story so far stuff.
Final Fantasy XIII-2, the story so far. Whoever you are.
No Christ.
No Christ, baby.
Is that a toy Moogle? But I want to see lightning
It's
so
an adult
much.
toy Moogle.
I'll be back.
Oh, I think I'm actually showing stuff you haven't seen. Whoopsie. I think I may have actually shown stuff you guys have not seen. Let me double check something here. I don't appear to have, oh, I do have Zaz. Okay. I actually loaded the wrong state after all. So let's exit the game and go back even earlier than this. I think my intention was to get Zaz and then like show you the Zaz DLC and then load to where I've already completed it, since some of it is just going to be its own form of grinding. But didn't quite do that right. Got tons of saved games now too. It's getting a bit ridiculous, to tell you the truth. 837 might be it. Although no, that's where I just loaded from. All right, so let me load from here. This is, yeah, we've only got 2 hours of playtime here. This is probably it.
Final Fantasy XIII-2, the story so far.
We don't even know who you are, character
I know
lady.
your name. Noel Christ.
You know my name. So this is your story so far stuff when you haven't even finished the first chapter yet and are loading your game.
Then you're gonna have to go through me! Can you fight?
Because, I'm going to beat you up. You better fight back. This is probably the right save slot in that case, because we don't even have monsters. Gotcha. Alright. So here's the deal, folks. If I want to play through this, I want to at least get to... So this, the locked location You're Unknown, is part of the DLC. Basically, everything to the left of New Bottom, 003 as fuck, is DLC I paid for. But in order to actually get monsters to add to our party, we need to get a certain... advance to a certain point of the story. So let's go ahead and do that now.
Rejecting the easy path, humanity has chosen to build a society based on human technology, rather than relying on the fal'Cie. A provisional government has replaced the Sanctum, and a scientific organization, calling itself the Academy, searches ruins for ancient technological
Oh, so it's a dictatorship
secrets.
ruled by scientists. I
One
think that's an
such
option
is on
in
the shores of
Stellaris.
Lake Brescia, where a giant war weapon has been unearthed.
It's like the Vulcan Science Directorate runs the country. Anyway, this is, if you don't have any DLC, this is the only place you can go the first time you jump into a time gate. So let's go here. Brescia ruins in the year 5 as fuck. I'm sorry, somebody I know online uses AF to stand for as fuck, and it just confuses me to think about it.
When reaching for the future, we sometimes fall into the past.
We are proof that the American
gaze
dream
upon
still
events
lasts, because
that
the colors
cannot
are
be changed.
natural.
Our hearts grow bitter with regret.
Well, it's a bit like a hand.
And you, my dear Sarah, will you encounter your past here?
This is actually 2 years into our future.
How will you choose to deal with that pain?
And when will this girl get some pants? By the way, somebody pointed out that I had somehow missed in all of this. The entire Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIII and Let's Plays of Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and I never knew that the voice actress for Lightning is the same one as Liara. But now that someone's pointed it out, not only do I not doubt them for a second, I haven't gone back and looked it up to confirm. Just somebody said that, and like everything I hear Lightning say, I'm like, oh yeah, of course she's Liara. She sounds exactly like Liara. How did I not know that? So that might impact the humor in this LP somewhat. The fact that I now know that Lightning has the same voice as Liara from Mass Effect. 2600 from us, sorry. Pretty rockin'.
Are you sure?
No, not at all.
Yeah, check it out. You can see the ground above us.
What? Is that what's happening?
Wow. So this is how Cocoon looks from the inside.
No, I just gotta get inside a
I
girl.
forgot.
Wait, no, sorry.
This is your first time here.
Yep.
This is my first time inside a cocoon.
Cool.
Poo. But the giant hand is moving. Could never foreseen this possibility. Yeah, that's right, because when I go by like large sculptures of hands, I always assume they're gonna start moving around. Move and get some pants. She wears short shorts for us.
Get up!
Get on up. Get up, get on scene. Get up like a sex machine. Get up, get on up.
An arm?
Yeah, and not looking to shake hands, I'm guessing.
Arms are not known for shaking hands, Noel. Hands, maybe. You deserve that, Noel. See, when people yell Sarah, I know what to yell. Stud. When people yell Noel, I'm like, I don't know what to yell. So now we're fighting a giant hand with a vague, glowing body of a titan behind it, but part of what's going on here is that this looks a lot like an enemy, like a character. Hold on, twin shield, I guess? Yeah. I was about to explain that I should be... Oh no, it's going to explain wounding attacks. This monster employs wounding attacks, and it enjoys wounding attacks as well. A wounding attack reduces maximum hit points. Wounds cannot be healed by normal potions. When wounded, a long battle is your enemy. Win the battle swiftly to regain your maximum HP. Yeah, but this guy looks like the Titans from the Titans Trials in Final Fantasy XIII. But that was like a big guy that would appear, and there was like dialogue of a kind, but he didn't actually... never got to fight him. I think this is a bit of a plot battle, actually, folks. I don't think we actually get to win this one, regardless of what I do, because some cinematics are going to occur. You just have to stay alive. Whatever may occur, I will find you. And honestly, even if I wasn't using the traditional tactics of switching to the Sentinel paradigm right before a big attack comes in, I probably would still be able to survive. I don't know why I'm giving it away here, but yeah, we're not really going to get to finish this thing off. Certainly it's taking forever to build a chain gauge on it. Cinematic action. Oh, I can't remember which button's which on the Xbox controller.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Buster Wolf. He really does get to be the badass hero of the game much more than Sarah ever gets to. Which I guess I'm okay with because Lightning was kind of the hero of the last game, so it doesn't seem that sexist or anything, but yeah, when there's something badass to be done, it's pretty much Noel that gets to do it. Oh, now it's... I guess we staggered it just by... maybe we do have to finish it off normally. I'm losing my mind. Okay, I went ahead and let him hit me that time. I'm trying to build up its stagger meter to make it worth switching to commando, but I might just want to start doing some damage. Double trouble. Yeah, I guess I'm crazy. You just have to actually beat it. I'm either thinking of a different battle or it just goes much more quickly once you get that stagger. So now we're going into cinematics, but I did legitimately win a boss fight. It's just not anywhere near as difficult as it should have been for something that looks this big and monstrous and dangerous. But this is a game that's all about the difficulty of the enemy and the boss fight. It really there's no correspondence between it and how threatening the enemy looks. Oh no, these ships are going to attack us. Oh cool, so I get to control my cinematic action of how much these guys shoot at Atlas. They're blowing up Mr. USA Tony Atlas. This shows the inherent bias of these Japanese games against Mr. USA Tony Atlas. So, 3 stars, not fantastic. We got a silver gear as a cinematic bonus, which we can't even do anything with that yet, but hopefully by the end of this video or so, we should be... I might not get quite that far, actually.
That was exciting.
That was rocking.
Huh? It's the army!
Cool. I love the army.
Friends of yours?
Yeah, she was not a character who spent an entire game getting chased around by the army like, you know, everyone in Final Fantasy XIII who wasn't a crystal the whole time. Drop your weapon, Moogle, whatever you're called.
Taking you to headquarters. Move! These are the infiltrators. They look like civs who took a wrong turn.
Oh, I'm not even controlling this. But I can fight against the auto control, but it doesn't really do anything.
And dig up any intel they've got on Atlas while we're at it.
Now, make them talk to this guy because nothing else will advance the story. I'm gonna come back this way. That's not gonna accomplish anything. Why does the player even have control here?
You're being detained as potential suspects in the unsanctioned activation of Atlas. Come with me. And no funny business.
Come with me if you want to live. And no funny business. Also, if you want to live.
Like criminals. But it's just a misunderstanding. Stick to the truth and we'll be okay. And
We
smile.
told you, we're applying for sanctuary. Welcome to our prison. You will be separated from your family shortly. Actually, it appears that you guys are already separated from your family, so we'll just be keeping you together. Luckily, we can check the map, and as you can see, we have no idea where we are. But there is something called Chocolina that we will be finding on the map, apparently. So that's good to know.
What's up?
There's something about this world that's different from mine. Let's see what Noel thinks. What's up with the giant hand? What do you make of this paradox effect? Why did we arrive in this place? And what's the academy? I would think that the first thing on my mind would be the giant hand.
That huge hand. Any idea what it was?
I heard them call it
Well, you know what they say
Atlas.
about big hands.
As far as I can tell, it seems to be the cause of all the trouble here.
It's Alsand. A character from Mystery Science Theater. Pretty obscure. Atlas Hand. Yes, parentheses.
You're going straight to Academy HQ. They'll drag the truth out of you.
You're going to enjoy the torture minigame. You will be given the option to press the select button to give in to the torture. We've been taken prisoner by a group known as the Academy. Let's see what we can find out from the guard. What's the Academy? Why are we prisoners? I'm hungry. What's going on? I'm hungry might be amusing, maybe.
When do we eat?
Think this is some kind of joke, hotshot?
Only hotshots like you would request food.
You two came up on the Grand Elevator?
The Grand what? Sarah, what's he talking
Oh, it's like
about?
the Grand Line,
He
except
could
it's
be
an elevator.
talking about the elevator that's supposed to connect Cocoon and Pulse, but it's still being built.
You know this is a game about
It's
time
going to be
travel,
finished
right?
Next year.
Not sure.
You're confused, miss. It was done last year.
You clearly came from the year
Last
3 as
year.
fuck. The elevator wasn't anywhere near completion, but he says it's been operational since last year. How is that possible? Am I remembering things wrong? Is this another world? What could it mean? Or is this the future? It's the future! We know that you're time traveling. That's the whole... You jumped into this time, Eddie, with the intention of time traveling. How could you be shocked now that the possibility that you traveled through time? I mean, unless you just didn't believe Noel and thought she was instead just jumping into some kind of hell vortex.
Did we move forward in time?
Is this the future, Conan?
I'd say 2 years have passed, at a guess.
Well,
Since
yeah.
what was scheduled for
Uh-huh.
next year.
It's already been
was
done.
already
Yep, that would
built
follow.
Last year.
It must be the year 5 as fuck.
Huh?
Is that you?
Hey, watch yourself.
You seem to have lost your pants.
Sarah! It is you!
You know
Hey, that must be Stud. No one said Stud had to be a male.
Alyssa Seidel. I'm an Academy intern. I heard you apprehended our 2 observers, so here I am.
Observe.
Rock you like a hurricane.
Yes, they're invited guests of the Academy. I was showing them around and forgot to give them their communicators.
I'm grossly
Back up a
incompetent.
second. These guys, these observers, are VIPs?
Yeah. So I guess I don't get to talk to them now. Or no, I still do.
I hope we can forget about this little mix-up.
I'm glad you didn't press the button too soon or you would have missed that dialogue explaining what's happening. Okay, and now it's raining, I guess. Am I crazy? Is it supposed to sound like it's raining?
Strange world, stranger events, unfamiliar faces, an uncertain future.
All of this was
They
brought on by
speak
the
of
Reapers.
anomalies, of a strange energy that warps time itself.
Pretty cool.
Things that shouldn't exist here are appearing near the gates. Things that shouldn't happen are happening. They
Renegade
call
choices
this
should be
phenomenon
taken over
the
Paragon
paradox
choices.
effect. And if you think about it, that term could apply to our existence in this age as well.
Oh wait, this is Sarah, not Lightning. I shouldn't be making stupid Liara jokes.
You, when I don't even know when or where I'll end up next.
Am I traveling through time or not? I'm not quite tracking.
I'll supply you both with comm devices. Right this way, please.
We'll supply you with pants.
Thank you for your help. I was just wondering, have we met before?
Nah.
Oh, no. Sorry about all that observer nonsense back there.
Observer
Lucky for
reporting.
us, that soldier was so quick to believe me.
Lucky for us, I routinely lie to the authorities for no reason. A girl named Alyssa lied to a soldier to set us free. We need some answers. What's your story? You're a friend of Sarah's. Won't you get in trouble? And what are these ruins? I would want to know why, whether or not, what the fuck she thinks she's doing. Like, I guess what's your story or won't you get in trouble would both sort of lead there. Let's try what's your story.
So what's your story?
I'm Alyssa Seidel, an Academy trainee. And this is where I'm going to make my big discovery.
Unless
That's
some
not what I
weirdo
meant.
interrupts us, he
What do
is
you
an
want with
NPC
us?
who's not meant to be part of this dialogue.
I'm not sure I want to tell you yet. You'll just have to trust me.
Which will turn out to be a huge mistake.
Right this way, please.
So if we follow her, the story basically continues. What's your deal? Why are you going kupo popo? Oh. Oh, he's detected a treasure chest that we can't get. Because the thing happens where eventually we'll be able to use Moog to... Worf, the son of Moog there, will be able to get... Treasure chests in this game work a little weird. Sometimes you have, quote, invisible treasure chests, but they're kind of visible, like that one was. Like, if you're paying attention, you can see that there's this kind of weird shape floating around. You need to use Mog to get them, but it's using a, quote, power-up for Mog we don't have yet.
The rain isn't artificial. It's the real thing. I forgot how good it feels on my skin.
Well, isn't, like, the rain on Pulse real? Or does it not rain there?
You'll need an ID to travel any further into the ruins. Here, take this communicator, and keep it with you at all times.
It will also track your movements so that I know where you are and can work against you. And she gives a map, because why not? That was handy.
So I'm curious.
Yeah?
Just why are you helping us anyway?
I saw you two. I saw how you got here, through that thing.
What? You mean through the gate?
Yes, it is a kind of gate. It links to another world, doesn't it?
The world of evil and darkness,
Let's
yeah.
finally have some clue what these things are for.
So basically, helping us out was almost like part of your research.
Yes, thanks for
But
filling
you
in the
still have
gaps for me.
questions.
I do have questions, yes. About the gate, and about the paradox.
Yeah. But with Atlas throwing his weight around, the ruins will be closed off, and there goes the chance to get your answers.
Well, I was asking
No.
you questions.
No.
What's her problem?
No problem. We'll take care of that giant for you.
You will? Great!
I have no reason to believe I'm incapable of defeating a giant monster. And like huge, like city-sized monster. No reason whatsoever to doubt that I can handle that. Change leader. You can choose which character you wish to control during battle and exploration. While exploring, press Y to open the menu, blah, blah, blah. So in this game, like, one of my biggest issues with Final Fantasy XIII is that if your party leader gets KO'd, you automatically lose. Even though if any other party member gets KO'd, you can use, like, the Phoenix Down or the Erase spell. But if your party leader goes down, you automatically lose in that game. Which is particularly annoying because the game does have enemies that use, like, percent chance of, like, automatic death on hit attacks. So, like, you'll be fighting a boss, and you'll be doing really well, and suddenly you just lose instantly. So that's annoying. In this game, if Sarah or Noel can alternate between being party leaders, and although generally you're in a pretty bad shape if this happens, but if your party leader is KO'd, you switch to the other character. As we'll be finding out fairly soon, you will have 3 characters, but one of them will be a monster, because you get to collect monsters like Pokemon and use them in this game as your third party member. So you will always be fighting with Sarah, Noel, and then one monster party member, and either Sarah or Noel can be the leader, the character you manually control. Types of gates. The 3 types of gates exist in the world. The ones that shine like the sun have been blessed by the goddess and acquire special artifacts. That's oddly poetic. The crystal gates require wild artifacts that can be obtained in many locations at times, however the artifacts are consumed with each use. Scorched gates are the ones most recently used by Sarah and Noel to travel to that location. Approach them and press A to return to the Historia Crux. So now our quest is to track down Atlas.
You know what I heard? They might be shutting down this site pretty soon.
What?
It's all because of Atlas. It's too unsafe with them around. But there's still so much I want to explore.
I'm researching Atlas's power source. With all the Foul Sea dormant, Cocoon is suffering an energy shortage.
Anyway, I just thought I would tell that to this random guard, or possibly you. I'm not sure who I'm talking to right now. This game is full of background NPCs saying stuff. You can't talk to them. They just say whatever phrase they have to say. It's a thing.
Here we're using his old, but with Cocoon and its there's not much we can do.
Did you hear about the new head of the investigation? Okay, listen to this. Apparently, it's someone Elizabeth. Maybe I should take a sick day tomorrow.
Maybe I should talk about that out loud in front of the people who presumably now know that I'm faking.
I bet someone tries to recruit her into their lab. The Academy totally gives young people a chance.
It totally does. Totally. So not really sure what any of this is. Here's the prison cell we were in. This is locked. One thing that is going to be a theme in this game is, like, this is the Brescia ruins. We will be visiting the Brescia ruins in multiple time periods. So sometimes there'll be a section of the map. The map will be the same across time periods, but there'll be sections that are available in some time periods and blocked off in others. That's the thing. Exploring each map 100% will unlock something at the end. I kind of forget what, though. Talking to people sometimes unlocks quests and sometimes does nothing. I'm pretty sure this is the gate that we used to come here. So there's no point in messing with it anymore.
This is my first time on site, but I can't. I'm scared.
I'm so scared now. Hey, we got a leaving gate seal.
I'm always locked away in my lab.
I'm not sure. I'm not used to being around people. I don't know what a leaving gate seal actually does. This item closes gates in the following location. Oh. There is a thing that eventually is potentially kind of important. You can close a gate seal, like you can come to a zone and do the plot events over again as though you hadn't done them before, which is the thing. Sometimes it's used to unlock quote paradox endings. This game has multiple endings, although in fact it really only has one ending, and the other endings that you can get are goofy little side things for fun, like in Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger claims to have multiple endings. It does not have multiple endings. Get out of here.
This city is several centuries old.
This city
Yet,
just
based
told
on our
you.
studies so
That's
far,
ready.
Atlas is
Damn!
an entirely different time.
Oh, I'm still getting over that
Atlas
cold,
wasn't
but I
born
just
from
ruined
the
that joke.
ruins.
Exactly. It's as if it sprung up here from a completely different dimension.
I was trying to say, this city just told you that it's ready to believe in good.
To be honest, it's not a fal'Cie or a monster.
It is a monster. It's a giant monster. It's pretty much a giant monster. Anyway.
I don't want to go back to the Sanctum days, but I have to admit, things are pretty rough at the moment.
You know, the purges were bad and all, but not all bad.
One squeeze of that giant hand.
Oh, it feels so good.
Atlas has the ability to
Yeah, I see her over there on the left, I know.
Its main physical component actually exists elsewhere.
So if we want to defeat Atlas, we need to destroy that component.
That's not what I said at all.
We can also try and figure out its spatial manipulation mechanism. I wonder if the paradox has anything to do with it.
Yeah, I'm Bernard Brutos. So Bobo and I always had this thing as kids that Bernard, the nerd character from Maniac Mansion, was the son of Dr. Brutos, the nerd character in Golgo 13 Top Secret episode, which is therefore his name is Bernard Brutos.
It's my turn to cook today. Hope you're not a picky eater.
Because I'm going to be cooking human flesh.
Thank you.
Good to hear. You know you need to be able to handle anything in this day and age. So,
Sarah Farron, primary characteristic, willingness to eat anything. But now the question is, who the hell is this? And what the hell is going on? Well, as ridiculous as she looks, she's probably just like a little joke character. Oh man, look at that. Look at that little butt shot there. This ridiculous, goofy character. I'm sure she'll be like a one-shot, silly thing that we talk to, and we get some silly background color, and then we never have to deal with her nonsense again. Let's confirm this in the next video. I'm the Mysterious JG. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll come back next time for more of Final Fantasy XIII-2, The Zodiac Age.